Hey guys, so Halloween's less than a week away. Hope you've got your costume in order. Me, I decided to break out the scary spoopy ghost tee that I've totally never worn in a video before, because today I'm doing the scariest things tag, which already existed on YouTube, but I have added some extra questions to beef it up, because I've got some really scary stories that have happened to me of the paranormal, of the urban legends, of the Paul Bob. I guess you'll have to find out. Let's jump into it. The scariest things tag. What is your scariest real life experience? The scariest thing that's ever happened to me probably happened when I was around 13 to 14 years old. It was 11:30 p.m., pitch black, in the middle of nowhere, southern New Jersey. I'm on a camping trip with the Scouts, and we're playing my favorite game of all time, Jailbreak. Now in Jailbreak, one team goes out to hide, and the other team waits, and then they go and find them. It's a very fun game. Now in this game, I was hiding with some friends, and we were in the middle of the forest when we decided, wait a minute, instead of walking around in the forest where it's loud, crinkling leaves, there's a farm right next to us. If we go out on the farm, we can use that as a super highway to the jail, no one will expect it, and we can get Jailbreak. It'll be great. So we go out of the forest, onto this farmland, and as soon as we take not even 4 steps, my friends and I hear this very, very faint sound that's like, ch-ch. No lie, I turn to my left, there is a farmer or some guy holding a double-barrel shotgun, and he says, "Get the hell off my land." Okay, that's it. I'm fine. Run. You know what? We got caught because at that point, we're not really trying to secretly go back in the forest. I freaking bolted. Why does a guy have a shotgun in the... I guess he thought we were trying to steal his tomatoes? I don't want your tomatoes. It's 11:30 at night. I'm just trying to hide from people, man. That was terrifying. Like, I still see the terror in his eyes. He looked like he was about to kill the entire human race. Commit Farmageddon or something. Farmer Maggot's gonna kill us all. Yeah, but every other time we've ever played Jailbreak in that area, I didn't go anywhere near that. And every time someone brought it up, I was like, no, you don't even want to know. America. What's your scariest paranormal experience? I haven't really had many paranormal experiences because I'm not really going out to look for them. There used to be a rumor that there was a poltergeist at the restaurant I used to work at, and he would always throw plates everywhere. I never found out who was throwing those plates. They were always on the floor, and we're like, the poltergeist. Also, one of my good friends used to tell me that on her way home from school once, her butt was pinched very strongly by no one. She turns around, no one's there. It was a pervy ghost. The pervy ghost that likes booty. Have you ever known anyone convicted of a violent crime? This is a really weird question to have in a tag video, except for the fact that I kind of do, so I decided I would share the story. So 17-year-old Evan, working at the pizza restaurant, trying to get as much money as he can, saving up for that Nintendo Wii, so he's staying a bit later than he should. Eventually, his manager's like, "Get out of here! Get out of my restaurant!" So I end up leaving. I come in the next morning, though, and the glass on the wall completely shattered. The windows are completely shattered. It turns out someone within 5 minutes of me leaving had taken a shotgun. Don't ask, I don't know why. It's just New Jersey and shotguns, maybe it's just America. Blew open the window and then pointed it at my manager and demanded all the money in the drawer. While she was in the middle of complying, my other 17-year-old coworker came to the door and he pointed the gun at her, and she's like, and freaking out. And he ends up having to tie them both up and put them in the freezer, and then he runs off with the money. Now, it turns out that most people that steal are very stupid, and he was the cook. His name, I'm not going to say, but I worked with him almost every day, and he was in cahoots with the manager, who was actually texting him like, "Yeah, you coming soon? Hold on, gotta get rid of Evan." What? And geez, so they ended up texting, and I left, and then they came in. The police were like, "Are you that stupid?" So now they're both in jail, and I think he's in jail for like 20 years for pointing a gun at a minor. Quite insane. I don't know, that's so scary. I don't know, it freaks me out knowing that I was 5 minutes away from someone with a freaking gun. Like, I could have had a gun pointed at my face, and that just freaks me out. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? I'm going to list 3 movies that all of you watching, every one of you will judge me for at least one of these. 1, Paranormal Activity. So say what you want, I thought it was really scary. I like the fact that the demon was never really shown, so it's all up to your imagination. So therefore, for me, I'm like, I have a pretty good imagination, that's terrifying. I really liked the shots, how simplistic it was, and it was very suspenseful. You're like waiting for things to happen. I liked that a lot. I'm not really a big fan of the bloody, gory movies because it's less scary and more like, ew, that's gross. Another movie that scared me, M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. You know what? It scared me, okay? Yes, there was a twist at the end, and whatever about the twist, it still freaked me out, okay? Some of those shots, I was like, and another one, M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. Okay, when that alien, like, walks out of the bush in the, like, Mexican birthday party, man, I freaked out. You know, that's all the comments are gonna be, Evan, holy crap, don't watch scary movies. I've watched a lot, but those three are definitely the scariest. What's the scariest video game you've ever played? Definitely BioShock. The way that it was made, there were so many different scenes where it was chilling, and oh my gosh, that's terrifying, and, like, you pick up an item and turn around, and there's something, like, right behind you, and I'm like, ah! That was a beautiful scream. But yeah, BioShock, definitely full of shock value. I should put that in my bio. No. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Great TV show, but also not really. I mean, everyone instinctually, I don't know why, is afraid of the dark when they turn off the light switch and have to go upstairs. I don't get it. I'm 25 years old. I shouldn't be scared of that anymore, but it's like, just go. Everything's fine. No one's in your house, man. However, when I was in New Zealand, I did experience some really, really dark nights where, like, you had to use a flashlight because you could not see anything. There wasn't a city for hundreds and hundreds of miles. But that just excites me. Like, I'm excited. It's like I'm camping again, and I liked camping. So no, not really afraid of the dark that much. Does your hometown have any scary stories or legends? I feel like most people will know of the Jersey Devil, like, which comes from the Pine Barrens in South Jersey, and it's this kangaroo-like thing with hooved feet and bat wings and devil horns, and it lets out blood-curdling screams. And a lot of people will actually go to the Pine Barrens in South Jersey to walk on specific roads that it's known to be sighted at. And I've done that. I've done the walk. I parked my car at one end, just walked in the middle of, like, literally it's just woods on both sides, and it's completely pitch black. And it is just a bit scary because you don't really know what's going to happen. But no Jersey Devil for me. Nothing came out. What's your favorite urban legend? Probably a tie between Maniac McGee and the hash-slinging slasher. What's your scariest nightmare? Most of my nightmares nowadays just involve social media. Like, I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I accidentally tweeted 1,000 things from my butt and everyone hates me now. That is a really weird nightmare, but it's recurring. Most of my nightmares as a kid were also very recurring, and there was this one that scared the crap out of me, and it happened like every other day. And it was me standing out by the tree next to my house, and then this freaking station wagon would just come barreling down the road, curve around the dirt road, and I couldn't do anything. I'd stand there, and then it'd hit me. And it happened over and over and over. And then at one point, I think a year after I had started having them, it came down the road, and I got out of the way, and it actually hit the tree. And then my dad got out of the car and started cursing at me for moving. Read into that dream. That's, ooh. What's the best time you've ever scared someone? To fully understand this story, you just gotta know a guy named Paul Bob. Now, Paul Bob, besides having a really fun name to say, Paul Bob, was a boy I went to Scouts with for many years. Now, we're on this camping trip, and it's at a really weird location. For instance, there's a full carousel in the park, as in, like, a merry-go-round. You know, down in a merry-go-round. There's one of those. And we all thought it was quite odd that it was there, but, you know, that's fine. It didn't operate. We couldn't really use it. Now, night comes, and we decide we're going to play Catch the Flag. Each team has a glow stick, and we have to hide it. Now, when we're all together, like, everyone's just kind of looking, and it was a bit of a creepy carousel. And Paul Bob specifically had mentioned those were really freaky horses. Like, it is a scary-looking carousel over there. And he's a new scout at this point. He may be, like, 13 years old, and I'm, like, 15. So either way, we're on separate teams. We go out, and we have to hide the flag. Now, I'm hiding that flag a bit behind the carousel. It's still got to be in view, but I put it over there, and then I hide in the woods a bit. So if anyone comes nearby, I can grab them, and then they won't be able to get the flag. Lo and behold, no one could find the flag. I had hit it really, really well, and our team is almost done. However, one scout managed to break the barriers of our defense, and he was coming very close to where the flag was. And I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, if he finds the flag, I'm going to have to go get him, and then he's going to tell the rest of his team we might lose. Now, Paul Bob is creeping around the corner, except I can see in his eyes and the shake of his flashlight, this boy is terrified. He's walking around this carousel, and he's looking at the horses. So I use the lowest voice I can do, and I just say, I'm an evil horse. I don't know. I did that, and he just went, and I went, I'm an evil horse, and he just ran. He ran away. He ran away from the carousel. It worked. He just gone. I turned around. Paul Bob's just gone. He's probably crying. I don't even know. No one even came close to where the flag was either. Like, Paul Bob didn't tell anyone. He probably was scared shitless. And there I was just horsing around. So if ever you need to scare someone near the carousel, I'm an evil horse. It worked. Who's gonna say? And that's just one of the many stories of Paul Bob. But I hope you enjoyed my scary stories. I hope someone made you laugh. If they did, please be sure to give the video a big like below, and also subscribe because I make new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye. my gosh. I have a cactus prick in my hand. Ow. Ow. That's what I get for trying to clean up freaking Dodie's cactus in the living room. Ow. How many airplanes do we need today? The scariest things tag. What just happened to my arms? Watch out for that pervy ghost. Just giving you a little pinch. Ghost of Sam Pepper. That's not funny. Oh, boo. Boo. That joke was bad. Boo. Because it's a pervy ghost.